It's official. We've had the franchise report. Finally, he shows up. We got him in the building. The one and only
Cam Bells. G-Block.
What's going on?
You the last of the year for us. The last of the year.
We out here.
Put that name to the face.
We out here.
Proud.
You know
sir.
that.
How you been, man?
You see that? I'm good, man. Chilling. You know, happy to be here. See you guys on the book every week. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be here in the flesh. Bless the presence. You know what I'm saying?
Took you so long.
But you ain't never asked me, really, did
That's
you?
A lie.
Oh, no. You know what it was? And I've been telling you, too, to come do it, but I wanted to do the Christmas special with G at the Classic, man. So we're going to have to save that because, you know, I be thinking about the next level shit. I didn't want to do the regular shit, but it's love. I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I asked you to come in.
Oh, yeah, you had to ask me. And I've always been ready to come. You know, I've been here before. It ain't like I've been to Pooh's house before, you know. So it's all love. It's all in the family. But the right timing makes magic, you know. Ain't no rush.
Easy stuff out the way. What are you up to? What's up and coming? Easy stuff out the way first.
Music, as always. Been the last 10 years of my life. About to drop an R&B album at the top of the year. That's gonna rock the game.
Nice.
I've been performing live. Ask Big Walt, we be tearing it up.
Stop. So you sing? You sing?
Of course, man. I'm of the fabulous Benton Brothers. If you ain't know, historical Southside R&B gospel. Man. So that's where it starts.
Taking it back.
That's where it
Your
starts.
name always come up.
You know.
People be like, "Who's that?" Like, put the name to the face. Right?
I got Mizzy, ask him.
History.
Straight to it.
Ask him.
Straight to it. Ask
So,
him. Last
Kim.
16 years.
Yeah.
A comment came up one time about somebody dropped the freestyle. J-Do dropped the freestyle.
Yeah.
And a female co-host that we had at the time said that was the best you heard in the past 16 years.
Word.
So then the conversation kept going on. Who has hosted a venue with a large scale, with the large notoriety? And so I popped up names because, you know, I've been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, I mentioned your name. And
Yep.
people was like, it wasn't that big of a scale. I was like, so how big are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, because the man that's hosted shows, the man that have done shows for other artists without performing.
He's also a DJ.
And just by his name not even being, just by his name not even mentioned of performing,
Yep.
you can see the turnout.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm happy you're here. So when
Yeah.
it came up, I was like, do you know the magnitude of some of the artists that are locally known here?
So I'm gonna shout out a lot of artists today because I feel like we don't give a lot of enough credit to the people that are killing it. But before I do that, we'll start historically like this. So we'll say 2009, 2010, I start opening up, right? So the list of people I've opened up for, because I'm 28 now, I ain't no young boy, but when I was a young boy, I was working. So let's start with guys like Freeway, KRS-One, Dipset together, Cameron and Jewel separately, Banks, Cassidy, French Montana, 2 Chainz, that's in Jeezy. Solid. All right. Fab, of course, Fab. Yeah. Shout out to Big Avell, but I never opened for him. I always seen him around. I remember when he was running with the homies in Mass. I remember he was around. He was heavy. Big Avell's a legend. But those are some of the artists I opened up at Jerky's, Lupo's, Tommy's Lounge, different places like that. And then there's joints like Murder Mook and different battles and shit, Music Fiend battles. I've been around. That whole rap era, I was there. I was the young gun, had the videos. We talking numbers. I did the 300,000s. I had the songs that was in all of the clubs, Paper Planes. And I'm a humble guy, but I don't come here often to talk my shit. So while I'm here, I'm going to talk my shit. So that's just me, right? So first of all, I'm not a I guy. I'm a team guy. I've always been a team guy. So then when you start looking to the right of me, you see DJ Knockout, right? Knockout comes from the historical team franchise. Because some niggas be sitting here and they don't even know they're in a room full of team franchise niggas talking about they don't know the history of what team franchise did and what's going on. So if you're going to sit here, you better know the history of the city, all right? So when you got Knockout to the right of me, you know he already fucking with Boo Boo and all that. So I look at it as unity as a team. I ain't never been an individual nigga. So if he's over here doing what he's doing, traveling the world, throwing parties at Mezzo, doing all the biggest clubs in Boston and Providence, this side of the game's already killer. So you talking about my team, you talking A1, you talking Providence. Then on the left of me, you got DJ Wiz Nasty. one of the illest niggas when you talking about event promoters. You talking about Day Trail, probably the biggest festival hip hop joint we've ever had. You know, we talking 2,500 plus downtown, no fights, no shooting, all hip hop. People went from Mass, people went from Connecticut. So you got this on the left of me, you got this on the right of me. So when we talking events, there's no comparison. You want to say my events? I've done shows by myself at FET. I did a monthly at Aurora, which is the old black rep. Yeah, I do an R&B party with the live band. I do my show at the live band. The last show I did was at Aurora. That's the only place you're gonna see DJ Franchise, DJ Buck, Wiz Nasty, D1, Just One, fucking all in one building. Knockout, all in one building. Nice, all in one building. Now, you're never gonna see that anywhere in the city with any other artist, and that's no slight to any other artist. But the love in the community that I build and I spread is just a little bit of a different energy. So that's a little history of where I sit. I'm currently about to do an R&B night at the Providence G, the rooftop. It's free January 7th. If you want to come through, check it out.
How did you pull that off?
Very sexy.
How did you pull that off? Because they don't even fuck with minorities like that.
I think when you're consistent and you do business the right way and you're loyal, you're respectful, you're honest, you're a straightforward human being, then you can do whatever you want. It's not about white or black, rich or poor. It's about who got the integrity to uphold a relationship. You can't uphold a relationship before the opportunity even presents to you, you're gonna fuck it up. So I'm the type of dude that can handle that, and we can have a relationship, sit eye to eye and talk and figure those things out. Now this is the first event I'm doing there, granted, you know, so I still got to do the work to make it happen. But I think the consistency to get there, you got to have a certain level of consistency to get there, you know. So January 7th, Big Walk will be playing. Big.
Straight up, bro.
He's official. He's a betting.
Official, baby.
He's a betting.
That nigga talking like he knows something.
He's a betting. He's a betting. He's official. Kim, what you working on? What's cooking right now?
Yeah.
What's hot right now? What you stirring up, man?
I told you I'm working on a.
So I just heard a little Providence in your Providence, nigga. That's what's up, man, and all that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, Ben's around, man.
Yeah, man.
Much
Jizz,
Hey,
Joe.
I'm dying to hear his ball. And that's real.
But it's love, and that's how I look at the city always. I come from a big family, so everybody I know is like community, is family. I never heard the shit of they don't support. I've never seen that with my own eyes. People support me. I sell shirts, I do events, they come, there's love. I'm just not the nigga on Facebook talking crazy every day. That's not my role. My role is to be a solid person in the community with that foundation, so we could do some dope shit and we could support the youngins like the J. Lou's and the Reigns and give them the platform to push them up. You know what I mean? That's the only way we do it.
I feel you, nigga. I feel you. All right, so let's put you under the heat. How do you feel about that Rhode Island rap game right now?
I think it's an amazing space, the greatest space it's ever been. I look at it
it's
as
ever
music,
been the greatest it's ever been.
Ever been. It's never been at this extent before. I'm not talking about talent because we have a shitload of talent. There's been a shitload of talent in the past, but the music industry ain't been what it was. We got the internet now, so a kid in Providence could get people watching them in Atlanta, LA, New York. You couldn't do that 20 years ago.
Okay, but me knowing the type of person that you are, lyricists and all, this is the greatest that Rhode Island hip hop's ever been.
I think it's the greatest that Rhode Island music, has ever been. I think as a whole, the space that the creatives are in, because you just was talking to someone who was in high school, right? Talking about they was doing a show in LA, you know what I'm saying, in front of the nation. That boy's in the monthly newspaper for the nation. You know what I'm saying? With Farrakhan. We ain't making this up. This is history of right now, and he's 17, currently in school in Providence. So that's just one example of, where it's at, and that's the youth. So you go all the way to somewhere where he's mentioned in Chachi, traveling around the world, killing it. That's two polar opposite on the ends. You got a 17-year-old, you got 35 plus, both doing some ill shit, and everything in between is just as dope. You know what I'm saying?
Talk of the town is, do you feel the older generation doesn't get the respect it deserves?
I think a lot of people don't know the history and they don't take the time to ask questions and learn. I try to talk to people. When I see you out, I'm talking to you. When I see anybody out, I'm talking to them. Somebody should go holler at someone like Bad Lad. Bad Lad will give you the history, everything you need to know about Providence hip hop from the 80s till now.
Punch you in the face. Yes, he
will.
will.
You know what I'm saying? So if you sitting there saying something and you don't got that information and you're not taking it upon yourself to go ask those questions, because the legends are everywhere. You talking skill. Every time we talking skill, when you bring up Franchise's name, ain't nobody ever been fucking with Franchise. You know what I'm saying? So
Greatly appreciate
so
that.
if you're a DJ and you're not asking questions, yo, how did you pull that record back? Yo, how did you do? What was then you're not doing your job as a DJ. And if you're an artist and you don't know how to get your record spun, then you need to go ask the DJ, yo, how do I do this? And let the DJ break it down to you, the process to do it. Don't get on your social media and start talking crazy. This ain't Love and Hip Hop. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? So
That's for sure right there.
get outside.
That means you're supposed to be
But
headline.
you trained him?
Get outside.
That means you're supposed to be headline.
Yeah, I was a part of the era.
Supposed to be headline.
I was a part of the era where you printed your own mixtapes and you got out on the corner and you hit the club let outs and you passed out your own tapes. That's a different, you know what I'm saying? It's a different era. I do the SoundCloud too, but I know what it feels like for it to be zero below, but you got to hit that let out because there's going to be 500 people and you got to make it move. When dudes was doing flyers before there was an Instagram, that's a different kind of hustle. But if you apply that hustle to today's game with the internet and social media and all that, you'll be able to kill them. It's just knowing your history and putting in that work to get it done. So we in a great space. We got
One Minute News with Charles Brown. Donald Trump seemed to mock the government shutdown, tweeting, "This is the 1-year anniversary of my presidency, and the Democrats want to give me a nice present." Rapper Chamillionaire wants to give financial help to the family of Jorge Garcia, who was deported after living in the U.S. for 30 years. Ed Sheeran announces his engagement to his high school sweetheart. Chicago rapper Fredro Santana dies at the age of 27 from kidney and liver failure, a possible result of drinking lean. Canadian rapper John River asked the public via Twitter to help him find a doctor that can possibly diagnose his sudden life-shattering illness. Remy Ma dropped a new single called Melanin Magic featuring Chris Brown. DJ Khaled is named as a performer at the Grammys. Dr. Dre and Public Enemy are both to be inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame and Cardi B's mini documentary hit title. That's all I got. Subscribe to Audio Liquor Magazine. Peace.
Just friends, I'm cool with the little quick shit, but baby boy, you trying to get missing. Yeah. Cause I fuck with you, I fuck with you, boy, I fuck with you.
Which was beautiful, graceful. The fuck you say?
How can you do me so wrong after all I did? I guess it's my fault like it always is. Well, since you're so gone, give me all my shit. Pack your bags and get out of my crib. How can you do me so wrong after all?
Remind me whenever I'm not spending money.
I guess it's my fault like it always is. Well, since you're so gone, give me all my shit. Pack your bags and get out of my crib.